I still remember the night I disappeared. No goodbye note. No explanation. Just silence. It wasn't an impulsive decision. It was survival. Because once you walk in on your wife tangled up in another man's arms in the home you built together, the walls don't just collapse around you. They crush you. And that night, crushed beneath betrayal, I did the only thing I could. He vanished. The discovery. It was late. Well past midnight when I came home early from a business trip. A cancelled meeting meant I could surprise Emily, maybe share dinner, maybe laugh about how we hadn't had a date night in weeks. But when I opened the door, the first thing I heard wasn't her voice. It was a muffled laugh. A man's. First I thought maybe she had the TV on. But as I walked down the hallway, the sounds sharpened. Whispers, a moan, the creak of our bed frame. My body went cold. My heart knew before my brain would accept it. I pushed open the bedroom door, and there it was. The woman I loved, arching into someone else. Her face twisted when she saw me. Not in guilt, not in shame, but in annoyance, like I had ruined her moment. And the man. He didn't even scramble to hide. He smirked at me like he had already won. I didn't scream. I didn't throw punches. I just stood there, staring, my whole world collapsing in silence. Emily broke it first. David, this isn't what it looks like. But even she couldn't finish the lie. The vanishing. That night I packed a bag, withdrew every dollar I could, and drove until the city lights were just a memory. No calls to friends. No family. No trail. I left my phone in a gas station dumpster, bought a prepaid one, and kept driving until the roads got narrow, the signs faded, and the mountains swallowed me. In a small town 2 states away, I rented a cabin from an old man who didn't ask questions. I paid in cash, kept to myself, and built a life out of nothing. The mornings smelled of pine. The nights were heavy with silence. And slowly, painfully, I taught myself to breathe again. Emily called, emailed, begged through mutual friends, but I ignored it all. In my mind she was gone. Dead to me. I wasn't David, the husband, anymore. I was just a ghost. The unexpected knock. 2 years passed. I had grown used to solitude. Fishing at dawn, chopping wood for winter, fixing leaky roofs for the locals who didn't pry too much. And then one gray afternoon, as rain streaked across my cabin window, there was a knock. Froze. No one ever knocked. When I opened the door, I nearly dropped to the floor. Emily. Soaked, shivering, clutching a suitcase. Her eyes wide, desperate, like she had just run from a fire. David, she whispered, voice breaking. I found you. Old wounds. I should have slammed the door. I should have told her she didn't exist anymore. But my body betrayed me. I stepped aside. She moved past me, dripping water onto the wooden floor, looking around like she couldn't believe where I'd been hiding. You're alive, she said, as if she had truly thought I might be dead. Why are you here? My voice came out colder than I intended. Tears welled in her eyes. Because I never stopped looking for you. Because I can't. David, I made the worst mistake of my life. I lost you, and I can't live with it. Her words sliced at me, reopening wounds I had spent years stitching shut. I turned away. You didn't lose me, Emily. You threw me away. Her side of the story. Over the next hour she spilled everything. How the affair had been a moment of weakness. How the man meant nothing. How she had been spiraling with loneliness and resentment I never noticed. I was so stupid, she cried. I thought I wanted freedom. I thought I was missing something. But the second you left I realized. You were everything. She told me she had gone to therapy. That she had quit drinking. That she had been searching for me ever since. I don't want money. I don't want forgiveness if you can't give it. I just needed to see you. To tell you that I destroyed the only good thing I ever had. I wanted to scream at her. To tell her that her moment of weakness had burned down our home, our marriage, my trust. But all I could do was sit there in silence, my fists clenched so tight they shook. The battle within. That night I didn't sleep. I lay awake on the couch, staring at the ceiling while she slept in the bedroom wearily. her breathing uneven. Memories flooded back. Our wedding day, her laugh on road trips, the way she used to fall asleep on my chest. But each memory twisted with darker ones. The betrayal, the smirk on her lover's face, the hollow sound of our bed frame as I stood frozen in the doorway. I realized the truth. I still loved her. And I hated her for it. Confrontation. The next morning, I finally asked what had burned in my chest all night. Why him? Why then? Emily sat at the table, hands wrapped around a mug of coffee. Her eyes were swollen from crying. Because I was angry at you, she admitted softly. You were working so much, always gone. I felt invisible. And when he gave me attention, I let myself believe I deserved it. It was selfish. It was cruel. And it destroyed us. Her honesty cut deeper than lies ever could. And what about now? Pressed. Do you expect me to take you back? Pretend none of it happened? No, she whispered. I just needed you to know that I've changed. That I will regret what I did until the day I die. If you never want to see me again after this, I'll accept it. But I couldn't let you disappear without knowing how sorry I am. Choice. Days passed. She stayed in the cabin, helping with chores, cooking meals like she used to. At times it felt almost normal, like we had rewound to a life before the betrayal. But every glance at her carried a shadow. Every laugh felt stolen. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the mountains, she stood on the porch and said quietly, I'll go tomorrow. I won't force myself into your life anymore. I had to see you one last time. My chest ached. The thought of her leaving again felt like losing her twice. But keeping her felt like inviting the knife back into my ribs. The final decision. That night, I sat by the fire long after she went to bed. The flames cracked, my mind burning with them. Could trust ever be rebuilt? Could love survive betrayal? Or was it like glass? Once shattered, forever fractured, no matter how carefully you piece it back together. When dawn came, I walked into the bedroom. She was awake, eyes red, as if she hadn't slept. Emily, I said quietly, I loved you more than anything. I still do. But love isn't enough anymore. Tears slid down her cheeks. She nodded, as if she had been expecting it. You deserve peace, she whispered. Even if it isn't with me. She packed her bag, paused at the door, and looked back one last time. I'll never stop loving you, David. I'll never forgive myself. And then she was gone. Epilogue. It's been months since she left the cabin. Sometimes I wonder if she found her way back to the city, if she rebuilt her life, if she carries the weight of what happened the way I do. Do I still love her? Do I want her back? No. Her betrayal carved scars too deep. But here's the strangest truth. When she found me, when she finally looked me in the eyes and admitted her regret, a part of me finally let go of the bitterness I carried. I may never forgive her. But I no longer live as a ghost. For the first time since that night, I feel alive again.